Your question. Member from Wellington, Halton Hills.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of the Environment. On Monday in this House, the minister refused to accept responsibility for the Ontario Tire Stewardship Program, suggesting instead it was the fault of the previous government. That statement was false. The Ontario Tire Stewardship was established in 2009, 6 years after the Liberal government was first elected. Last February, the minister told this House that he'd have the Ontario Tire Stewardship wound up within a year. Today is the first day of March. The year has now passed. Will the minister explain to this House why he missed his deadline for winding up Ontario Tire Stewardship and why he is now planning to extend it by another 22 months?
Thank you. Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
Thank you. I'm glad we're doing fact-checking, Mr. Speaker, because the entire legislation that turned out to be problematic, which the member opposite agreed was not working, was passed by the Conservative government in 2002. That laid out a system that led to a series of market failures. You're quite correct. The tire stewardship, you're quite correct about the Tire Stewardship Organization, but I think a little humility on both sides would be helpful here because the system didn't work. We had Bill 91, Bill 93, both which we couldn't get through this House and was stalled by the opposition, which would have fixed this years ago, Mr. Speaker. We had not a single question for 18 months on any of the IFOs or stewardship programs by the government, by the party opposite, until the government last year passed Bill 151, and there was a Toronto Star story. We got our first question. We'd already fixed the problem, Mr. Speaker, before they even were on the.
Thank you. Supplementary member from Huron.
Thank you, Speaker. Back to the minister. Speaker, I find it passing strange that this minister was not doing his own job, casting oversight on his own eco-tax program, and now he's missing his own deadlines. Speaker, beyond the alleged theft of $500,000 under his nose, there's another issue the minister needs to own. OTS has a surplus of $50 million. That's right, OTS, an agency of this government, gouged Ontarians for an extra $50 million. When Ontarians buy new tires this spring, Speaker, we're still going to pay that eco-tax. Will the minister tell us where this extra money is going and what is it being used for?
Thank you. Minister.
Again, Mr. Speaker, this is passing precious and strange. The decision to turn the entire operation over to for-profit companies and pull the public sector out of this was a decision of the government opposite. We inherited that when it was all deployed, Mr. Speaker, and tried to fix it on 3 separate occasions.
We're just a millisecond away from being wrong. Finish, please.
And it was this Premier that 2 years ago, Mr. Speaker, said, I'm not happy with the system and ordered this minister
Member
to
from Leeds Grenville.
We then proposed radical restructuring, the elimination of the IFOs, in consideration that there were these risks. Then we ordered an investigation, which is currently going underway, without any prompting from the opposition. Look at the owl, look at the eagle. We've done our job. When are you going to do yours?
Thank you.